Hi, I'm Erik Linask, coming to you from Las Vegas here at Interop, and I'm here, day 3 of the show, with TippingPoint's Roark Pollock. Roark is the Director of Product Marketing. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So how about if you start off really quickly introducing us to TippingPoint?
Okay. TippingPoint is a company that is about 7-8 years old. We are primarily focused on providing network security solutions. We focus just on network security. And we provide a product line of intrusion prevention systems and also a product line of network access control products. So, full suite of products that are really focused on automating companies' security on the network side. So,
what kind of trends, I guess, leading up to the event, and even maybe some things that you've seen here at the show, are you seeing in the intrusion prevention space?
Well, what we've really been focused on is a couple of different things. We see the intrusion prevention system as really being the central character from a network security standpoint. It is a device that sits in line in the network, and it automates security for large enterprise organizations, service providers, and the like. And essentially what we're seeing is, over time, you've seen more and more services really start to converge onto this IPS platform. And one of the reasons is it sits in line in the network, and it's one of the few products that both the security organization and the networking team can agree is trusted to sit in line in the network. And so over time, we just continue to add more services and more security features to the device, and it's becoming really not a niche product, but the central player from a network security standpoint. And so one of the recent things that we've really been adding over the last year or two is we've started getting into protection of web applications. We've always protected the network. We've always protected operating system vulnerabilities. We've always protected just enterprise applications that run in the data center. But more recently, in the last 2 years, it's been all about trying to expand into both the DMZ and be able to protect web applications. So that's been a big area for us in the last couple of years.
And how does that change what you have to do?
Well, it's interesting. If you think about, there's only so many network providers, and so uncovering all the vulnerabilities in network gear isn't all that difficult. Same with operating systems. There's not that many operating system companies out there. And then you get into applications. The number of applications is really much larger, and uncovering the vulnerabilities and being able to protect those is an ongoing effort. But when you start talking about web applications, every enterprise organization basically develops their own enterprise web applications. And they take a variety of tool sets and they'll develop very custom web applications. And so what that means is the number of vulnerabilities that we really need to protect against is exploding. So one of the things that we've done recently is we protect against a very large number of standard vulnerabilities in web applications. But now we're able to go in and offer a service that we're calling our Web Application Digital Vaccine Service, where we actually can go into a customer's environment and scan the entire environment and identify those custom vulnerabilities that they tend to create because of the way they implement their web applications. And we can write very specific, customized filters to protect their unique web application vulnerabilities. And so it's a new service that a lot of companies have really jumped onto because of PCI and PCI's requirements that companies need to now go and protect their web applications. So,
how do you go about identifying and addressing new vulnerabilities?
We have a research organization called DV Labs, and it's part of the TippingPoint team, and they do a lot of original research. They do a lot of security research into applications and the vulnerabilities within applications. And we have an initiative called the Zero Day Initiative, in which we have about 1,000 independent researchers worldwide across all the different continents. And these are people that they actually do research as a hobby, most of them. And as they uncover vulnerabilities, they can actually submit that information to TippingPoint, and we will actually research what they've done. And if it turns out that it's a valid vulnerability, we can actually purchase that research and that intellectual property from them. And when we do so, we submit it to the underlying software provider. They can then go and responsibly patch their software and get a patch out to the industry. But at the same time, we can provide a virtual patch or a filter set and our IPS that protects all of our customers. So it's an ongoing security research function that we have to keep up in order to protect our customers. So
that's excellent. It's certainly a challenge in and of itself.
it is. It's an ongoing battle, certainly.
So in addition to fighting that ongoing battle, what else do you see down the road for TippingPoint and for the security industry by and large?
Okay. Well, I mentioned earlier, I think the intrusion prevention system, because it is that one trusted inline product in the network, will really continue to be kind of the central product in network security. I think you'll see additional services continue to converge onto this platform, and it'll look much more like a customizable platform where customers can basically incrementally add different modules that they would like, depending on how they're deploying these solutions in their network, onto the IPS platform. And then what you have is a lot of other best-of-breed point products that are integrated into that central platform, whether it's visibility tools that tell companies what's going on their network, or whether it's other enforcement tools that don't need to make a decision in microseconds. They are tools that can actually take seconds to make a decision about whether or not some type of traffic is valid or should be blocked. So I think you'll see a lot of things converge onto the IPS platform, and then a lot of other best-of-breed products actually be integrated with that platform, since it's the device that sits in line in the network.
Good. I look forward to seeing what you guys are doing. We've been sitting here at Interop in Las Vegas. I've been talking with Roark Pollock from TippingPoint. Roark, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.